Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So off we go then. Zanetti making his 200th appearance today. I guess that's the most significant team news.
Yeah, and he looks like he's raring to go here too, Peter. You can really tell how eager he is to leave his mark on this game. And when he's in that sort of a mood, he usually gets what he wants.
He's found a way through. Neymar. Forlan defending his corner stubbornly. Stood up very well to his man. Bops him off it and wins back the ball. Club America couldn't do a whole lot with it there. They could do with more sharpness in their passing. Great vision. Now it's Lewandowski, and he's running through. No, he refuses to take the bait. Well, played right into his path. Tries to pass it through.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Zanetti did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Driven in. Nothing much to report on so far. Each side waiting to make their first move. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Cannavaro. Conte. McAllister. And he was quick to react. Now it's Neymar. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. And there's green grass ahead of him. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper.
It's not the game we were hoping for, Peter. I think both of these keepers could text about their respective uninvolvement.
I have to say, that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Now it's Cruyff. Oh no, that was never going to make it. It's Forlan. Zanetti has given away a free kick. That has ended up in no man's land. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Davids. And it's Forlan. Forlan! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
And that's a simple one for the keeper. Ajax are looking to go forward now. Knocks it into space. Davids. Kante with the slide tackle there. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Well, the idea was a good one. It's Ibrahimovic! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
Oh, the pass was sublime. The finish was substandard. What a disappointment.
That pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. Tries to play it through. McAllister. McAllister! Conte.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves.
And the shot! Goal! And we have liftoff! And a calamitous moment ends with the inevitable result.
Well, you've got to give him credit for pressing so quickly there.
After 33 minutes is number 42, Antoine Semenyo.
Club America are in front now, the game's only goal.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
He's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. O'Shea. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Now it's Lewandowski. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. And here's Neymar. He's got away. Davids. And here's Ibrahimovic. Now he's running. It's Ibrahimovic! And no, just off target. Now he's off and running. Rijkaard cuts it out. And that's another good win of the ball. It's a pretty loose pass. Conte. Rodri. And here's Schneider. He'll try from distance. And a terrific save from the keeper.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Engages and forces him off the ball. Oh, Red, nice interception. Oh, good spread.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Has a look and plays it forward. Schneider! Schneider! Brilliant! About as smooth as it gets. Ajax are level. And that is indeed the final act. So it's all square. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. And we are up to the break.
Well, I think it's been a fantastic watch with chances created at either end. But it has to be said, neither team have been particularly clinical with their finishing.
Well, they've gone toe-to-toe for those 45 minutes, and at half-time the score is 1-1.
Substitution.
And so we're off again. Hazard, and he's managed to get free. Schneider was in no mood for any of that. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Ibrahimovic showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. This is a promising build-up. Now it's Schneider. Neymar with the short one. And now a sudden chance to counter. Close chance!
And he could have done...
Oh no, what has happened here? Oh, it's played in... There's the header! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Well, convincing, that most certainly wasn't. He did well to rescue it, though, I'll give him that.
The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Oh, good determined running there, but one back by the defence.
Yeah, definitely not much wrong with what he tried, all things considered. The defence were just well prepared for what was coming.
Cafu. Looking for options for movement. Forlan. He might be... Big chance! And that's in! Into the lead once more. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
Club America leading now.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net.
It's Ibrahimovic! And he's stuck it away. They're level in a trice.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Johan Cruyff. Number 20.
So again, we have clarity.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited for me. Now they can go one better, possibly.
And that's clear cut. It's a free kick. Not the most accurate pass. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
That's a shade optimistic. Forlan. Ajax are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. He's a sharp little ball here. Oh, that's fabulous. Oh, he's having a go! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Now it's Hazard. Hazard proves just a little bit too strong. Club America have their second corner now.
Substitution for Ajax. Number 22, Schneider. Number 11, Neymar.
Getting up
Coming on
there!
the field, number 15.
Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Bale is offering a right smile there.
Substitution in progress.
Doué, always goal side. Forlan looking understandably energised after his goal. Oh, this is a good... Luis Suarez! Ajax have now used up all but one of their substitution windows. Bale picks it up out wide. It's Bale! Oh no, that could be a costly miss.
It's a very watchable game, isn't it? Any goal from here could well be the winner.
And it's Doué. Forlan. Well, that looks a decent ball. Olise going. Rodri is the guilty party there. Well, that's a booking, always looked it. Well, this is worrying. He is not the sort of player who tends to stay down.
Well, Peter, when you're up against a speedster, you've got to get to him early and not let him get into his stride, and they're just not doing that. Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
And he's quick to get rid. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Oh, it's fallen loose again! Another one of football's and how moments. 5 minutes left on the clock. Looking to pass their way up the pitch.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. That's an untidy challenge, free kick given, and he has shown him a yellow card. Conte. And Fermin. Some
added
intricate
minutes has
passing,
been
looking to
indicated.
progress the ball. Confirmation that there will be 4 minutes stoppage time. Now it's loose. Shoots! It's a loose ball.
All the big boys are set for this. It's like land of the giants in there.
Oh, good climb! Firm header just off target.
He did so well there. It's just a shame about the accuracy.
Cannavaro spots it and intercepts. Rijkaard cuts it out. Hazard providing an outlet on that flank. That's an excellent interception. That's that, the end. So it is something for both, but ideal for neither. Both parties having to settle for what... Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Red and black wherever you turn, the San Siro is buzzing. Certainly up for this one. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. Milan have chosen to go 4-3-3. Jim, how do you see it?
Yes, and the importance of this formation is not to allow the midfield three and the attacking three to become too detached from one another. If that happens, then pressure can quickly be applied via the counter-attack, and you can be exposed defensively. So compactness can't be compromised, and you need talkers in this team. You need leaders and people that are willing to organise things very quickly.
Raul. He's a shot. Goes for a shot! And needless to say, that deserved better.
Neymar has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
Well, 2014-15 was one of the greatest club seasons ever for many Catalans, clearly, but here is one of the key players in that remarkable triumph, Neymar.
Absolutely. I mean, they were very good from the start, but they just became unstoppable in the second half of that season.
It's Ibrahimovic! They've scored!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
Well, I think he was saying to his teammates, how dare you doubt me?
So, a breakthrough already. Pedri, and it's Messi. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. He's having a pop! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Messi really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Raul. Valverde crosses. Rijkaard can get it clear. Driving forward, plays it through.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Schneider. Caicedo. Raul. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Oh, that's a key interception. Now that looks a decent ball. Messi. Messi! Oh, denied brilliantly.
Messi actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
And this is Lewandowski. Now it's Neymar. Played out to the left flank. That is lovely. And it's Messi. Messi really struggling to influence the game.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and
It's Ibrahimovic! And he hits the net. A quite incredible spell. They are flying. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Ajax are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, it's a great time for them to keep the momentum going. I don't see any need to change the approach. Keep at it with the same intensity.
He's having a shot! He pondered over it, and that goes down as a chance missed.
Gvardiol cannot be that slow, and it took the sting out of the break, and a big chance wasted.
Cruyff. Ibrahimovic. Ibrahimovic! They want to be quick to recover this. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Now the ball in.
Oh, that's a cracking ball. Too quick for defence and keeper.
Messi. Raul. Pressure coming in from all directions. Pedri. And he's quick to return it. And Messi! No, just not quite.
Messi really looked as though he had chosen correctly then, and yet we quickly realised he hadn't.
Ajax looking forward to the break after some very good work in the first 45 minutes. He's shifting through the gears here. Ball swung in. Raul. Now it's Lewandowski. Spread out to the left. And he's in on goal. Can he finish? And no mistake. Half-time imminent. What a time to score. Perfect placement. The one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Just way, way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
Milan cut their deficit and look raring to go again.
Oh, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
Schneider! Schneider! Brilliant! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. 2 up now, and they are cruising. Gorgeous, impressive jump. And kept out by... So, a temporary halt to the action.
Ajax are 2 up, and on the balance of things, I would say deservedly so. They had a very coherent game plan, and if they are allowed to continue in the same vein, I can only see the margin getting bigger.
Ajax largely dominant, up by 2 at the break. The scoreline 3-1.
Facciamo gli auguri a tutti I tifosi che oggi festeggiano l'anniversario di matrimonio e che riceveranno un gentile omaggio. Sostituzione per il Milan, numero 25.
So let's get the ball rolling.
Per il numero 22.
And he cuts out the supply. Pedri. Can he get on the end of this? And he's made sure that's not getting through. Conte, the man synonymous with solidity. Camavinga. Valverde. And Messi! Oh, that is beyond special! A worldie and a half! A finish right from the top draw! Barely into the second half, and already it is heating up. You just know there is no stopping that.
And I think he's even surprised himself, Peter, in how well he caught that.
A shift in momentum, perhaps.
What a difference a half-time rocket from the manager can make. This is exactly the response he'd be looking for.
Ball's gone out of play. That's a nicely shaped ball. Neymar!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Looking for the run. Now it's Neymar.
That was lovely, that.
Looking for the far post.
When it's delivered early like that, defenders just can't get themselves set.
In again. Getting up there! Oh, surely that deserved a better outcome.
I think we can expect a few more of those now. Better timing was all that was required. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Schneider! Nearly, but not quite. Valverde has created one goal already.
L'affluenza di quest'oggi è di
Promising build-up.
80.113 spettatori.
And it's Messi. And it's Pedri. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Lovely, now then.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible... There's the shot! And that's in! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
Just gorgeous, the most glorious, delicious of touches, followed up with an unerring finish.
Speed of thought, speed of...
Shot, surely! And that is doing no harm at all.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 4.
The two coaches
Neymar.
are signalling changes here,
Numero
both at the
7.
same time.
Messi. Lasciano il campo per il numero 13, il numero 19.
Ajax
Attenzione alla
perhaps
sostituzione.
contemplating their next change here. Tries to pass it through. Oh, nice one too, very nice. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And this is Ibrahimovic. Doué providing an outlet on that. A header! And the header is disappointing in the end.
That's good play. Plenty of targets in the penalty area and plenty of movement too.
Camavinga. Here's Matheus Cunha. He's had it taken off him. He's been... Trife! Goal! Ajax! And they get themselves in front! A truly wicked strike, nigh on perfection.
And you can see he meant every bit of that, Peter. He had his head up as he went to hit it. He knew his landscape.
Attenzione, un cambio.
Ajax making further changes here, and in quick succession. Well, this is what we've been waiting for. Passing is crisp and sharp. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. That's surely a foul, free kick. And no surprise, that's a booking. Camavinga. Now it's Matheus Cunha. He's beat, shapes to shoot! Well, now it's a race for the ball. And that could have brought them level.
Matheus Cunha clearly wanted to level things up in a hurry here. It didn't quite come off for him, but top marks for the effort.
And it's Valverde. Oh, good ball! And the shot! Oh, he'd love to have another go at that.
Well, at least it's earned him a little applause from the boss. The finish was lacking, but everything else was pretty good.
Rodri. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Mbappe. It's a good run he's making out on the left. He ran himself into trouble there. Free kick given away. Matheus Cunha. Camavinga. And here's Raul. He is through here. And the keeper gets his hands on it.
Milan really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
That has ended up in no man's land. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Lovely feet. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Played in. That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. He does seem to be in considerable discomfort. I do hope it's nothing serious. Vardiol. And here's Pedri. Stood up well to him there. Now it's Park Ji-sung.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
And he's had it nicked away. Vardiol. And it's Lewandowski. Mbappe. Now it's Matheus Cunha. And he can thump it away. Mbappe. Can he get it through? Nice interception, well timed. Pass somewhat off target. Matheus Cunha. Muscular approach does pay off here. And that will be the final act. Well, that was close. Both sides playing their part in a great game of football. A real ride that had all of us glued to our seats from the very beginning.
Ricordiamo a tutti I tifosi
Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Ajax tactically set themselves up in a way that allowed them to show better penetration whenever it was required. They basically got all the fundamentals correct.